Family Health Options Kenya has closed or reduced its family planning services nationwide after losing $2 million in U.S. funding since 2018.
The global Gag Rule was also very comprehensive because it did not allow organizations even to provide family planning, which is basically our core mandate as an organization.
The U.S. global Gag Rule blocks around $8.8 billion of U.S. international health assistance to organizations that provide abortion services, offer pro-abortion counseling, or advocate for the liberalization of abortion laws. Since 1984, these partisan restrictions have been enacted by Republican presidents and rescinded by Democratic presidents. Before losing the U.S. funding, the Kenyan Health Network reached an estimated 76,000 people annually. Some family planning clinics in the developing world are often the only local health providers, not only for prenatal care, but also for HIV screenings, children's vaccinations, and contraceptives. U.S. anti-abortion groups, such as the National Right to Life Committee, say the impact of global Gag Rule restrictions have been exaggerated by opponents. They note that over 700 international aid organizations are still receiving nearly all of the allocated global health assistance funding.
It's only a handful of organizations that refuse to accept the money for these services because the right to kill unborn children is more important to them.
Tobias says private donations are making up for the canceled U.S. government contributions, but some health organizations in Africa say they have not received enough outside funding to make up for the cuts. In March, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo expanded the global Gag Rule to reduce assistance to the Organization of American States for funding of third-party groups that lobby for legalizing abortion in Latin America. Global Gag Rule opponents object to the Trump administration imposing what they say are partisan, politically driven restrictions over providing comprehensive medical information and treatment.
So you're asking doctors to sort of choose between politics set in Washington or actually the health and ethical decisions set in their own countries.
Supporting critics' claims that the global Gag Rule does more harm than good, a recent study in the Lancet Global Health Journal reported a 40% increase in abortion rates in Africa during past periods when the restrictions were in place. Brian Padden, VOA News, Washington.